Is your home network really secure? Every device connected to your Wi-Fi can be a target. Hackers don't ask permission. They just find weaknesses. In this video, I'll show you how your network looks from a hacker's perspective, safely and legally. In this demo, we will identify all devices connected to your Wi-Fi, find open ports and possible risks, and most importantly, understand how hackers actually see your network. For this setup, I'm using two systems, one with Kali Linux for testing, and another Windows 10 machine as the target. Both are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Important warning: only scan your own network. Never test on others without permission, it's illegal. This demo is strictly for learning and awareness. First, we need to find our network range. Open Terminal in Kali Linux and type area. Look for your IP address, usually something like 192.168.x.x. Next, we scan the network to discover connected devices. Using Nmap with a simple ping scan, we can identify all active devices like phones, laptops, and routers. Nmap is a powerful tool used by both hackers and security professionals. This N option performs a ping scan. It only checks which devices are alive. The range 192.168.0/24 means scanning the entire home network. Now we are targeting a specific device, the Windows system. Using Nmap with service version detection, we can identify active services and understand what is running on that machine. Now we are using the command nmap sv192.168.1.5. In simple terms, we are scanning a specific device in our network, in this case, our Windows system. Nmap is a very powerful tool used by ethical hackers and security professionals to understand what is running inside a system. The SV option is very important. It performs service version detection, which means it doesn't just show open ports, it also tells us exactly what software and versions are running behind those ports. For example, instead of just showing port 80 as open, it may tell us that Apache or IIS web server is running, and even its version. The IP address 192.168.1.5 represents our target Windows machine. So we are focusing only on that one device. This step is very critical because attackers use this information to find weaknesses in specific services. If a service is outdated, it could be vulnerable to attacks. So in short, we are not hacking, we are understanding our system from a hacker's perspective to make it more secure. Now let's understand what exactly we see after running the scan. When we use tools like Nmap, the first thing it shows is open ports. Ports are like doors on your system. Each open port means something is actively running and ready to communicate. For example, ports like 135 and 445 are commonly used in Windows systems. These are related to internal communication services like RPC and file sharing. If these ports are open and not properly secured, they can become entry points for attackers. Next, we see running services. This tells us what applications or services are active behind those ports, like web servers, file sharing services, or remote access tools. This is very important because attackers don't just attack randomly, they target specific services. Then comes OS details. Sometimes the scan can even identify the operating system, like Windows 10, and its version. If the OS is outdated, it increases the risk of vulnerabilities. Now comes the most important learning. This entire process, scanning, is actually the first step every hacker performs. Before attacking, they always gather information. And what you are doing right now is exactly the same process, but legally and for learning. Finally, let's talk about how to secure your system. If you find unnecessary services running, turn them off. Less services means fewer entry points. Always enable your firewall, because it acts like a security guard controlling incoming and outgoing traffic. And most importantly, keep your system updated. Updates fix known vulnerabilities and protect you from common attacks. So remember, this is not hacking, this is understanding your system like a hacker to defend it better.